All right, so we're going to go through, this is from Unit 2, Topic 8, continuously compounded interest. A couple of examples. So here we have Evelyn placed $1,500 in a savings account, which earns her 5.2% interest, compounded continuously. You know, there's different things like where it's compounded annually, monthly, daily. That's different. This is where it's compounded continuously. How much will she have in the account after 8 years? Round your answer to the nearest dollar. That means do not include the cents. And do not round until you have calculated the final answer. That means don't do R times T and then round that. Don't do E to the R times T and then round that. You know, just do the whole thing out and then round at the very end. So we know that we have the formula amount equals the principal times R times T, where that's the final amount at the end. P is the principal, that's the initial amount. E is a number, it's not a variable. E is like 2 point whatever, it's like pi. It's a letter that represents an irrational number. R is the rate and T is the time. So let's go ahead and write out what we know. So we have the principal is the initial amount you put in. We have 1,500. What's the rate? Was 5.2%. But remember, that's equal to 0.052 because a percent means it's multiplied by 100. So you need to divide by 100 to get it into decimal format. And then the time is 8 years. All right. So we need to go ahead and put all of this into the formula. So we're going to have the amount at the end of 8 years equals the principal, 1,500, times E, times the rate, which is 0.052, times the time, which is 8. I'm going to go ahead and put all this into my calculator. Okay, and then that's going to give us 227383. Now, is this my final answer? No, it says round to the nearest dollar. That's here. So when this 8 rounds that up, when we round this to the nearest dollar, we get 2,274, which is the correct answer that they got right here. All right, so let's go take a look at another example. Oh, here's a good one. This one's a little different. So here we go. We have Ken has an investment account which compounds interest continuously at a rate of 3.4%. After 4 years, he has 4,400 in the account. How much money did he initially place in the account? So last time we knew how much you started initially and you wanted to know how much we had at the end. Here we know what happened at the end. We want to know what happened at the beginning. So again, we're going to go ahead and write our formula just so we've got it. We have A equals P times R to the P times E to the RT, our PERT, for those of you that are trying to remember it. Let me go ahead and close that up. All right, so we have, what do we have here? We're given that after 4 years, we have a certain amount, right? That means that's our A. So we know that A equals 4,400. We're given a rate of 3.4, I can't believe I said 4 and wrote 5, 3.4%, which equals 0.034. And the time is 4 years. Now we're looking to solve for P. So let's go ahead and plug all of our knowns in again for that formula. Pull this up here so we can see a little bit better. So now we have the A is 4,400 equals, and we have P, right? Actually, you know, let's do this first. Let's go ahead and solve for P. That way we don't have to round into, see, it says down, do not round until the very end. So I think it might be better in this situation. Let's go ahead and solve for P here. So we're just going to divide both sides by E to the RT. So now we are given, or now we have P equals A over E to the RT. So now we're going to plug in our knowns. We have 4,400 over E to the 0.034 times 4. Again, I'm just going to type this straight into my calculator as is. If you don't have a calculator where you can type this whole thing in at once, just type in this bottom part and then divide this by it. Okay? You should be able to type it all in though. Even if you don't have a scientific calculator, Google scientific calculators, Desmos or Desmos, I think it's Desmos, has a really good one where you could type in this whole thing. It's pretty easy and it's free. Okay, so let me go ahead and type this in. We have 4,400 divided by e to the 0.034 times 4. Double check that I typed it incorrect, and I get 384051. Oops, 0.51. And I'm not done. This needs to round, right? We need to round to the nearest dollar, so that gives us 3841. Let's double check the correct answer. 3841. All right. So again, the most important thing in these is to remember this equation, that amount equals the principal times e to the RT. Once you get that, you can solve for anything. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think they're going to ever ask you to solve for the rate. So you should be, that one's pretty simple. See how they did it here? They solved for that P. All right. So if you guys have any questions about how to do that, or there's another one that's giving you a problem, let me know and I can explain a little bit more detail or differently. Or if you have a specific question about these solutions, let me know and we'll walk through it. All right. I hope this helps anyone having a hard time with the continuously compounded interest. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions.